Today I want to talk about an important workplace discrimination case that had support from the EEOC, but then recently took a surprising turn, and what this pivot means for you. Let me introduce you to Asher Lucas. Asher was a shift manager at a fast food chain in Michigan. He showed up to work and did his job well, but he faced a serious problem. You see, Asher is transgender, and two of his coworkers would regularly misgender him and make anti-trans remarks. Now, Asher didn't have to face this alone. He had three coworkers who stood by him and were willing to speak up about the harassment. Together, they reported the problem to management, but instead of stepping in and addressing it, management ignored their complaints. Things got worse. One of the employees, who was openly hostile to gay and transgender coworkers, dug up Asher's birth name and started using it to harass him. This employee even went as far as sharing Asher's birth name with others at the restaurant without Asher's consent. Again, Asher and his supporters went to management to report what was happening. This time, management did take action, but not in the way you'd hope. They fired Asher and the three coworkers who spoke up. In response, the EEOC, the federal agency responsible for enforcing workplace anti-discrimination laws, filed a lawsuit in October 2024 against the fast food company. The lawsuit argued that the company violated Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which protects employees from discrimination based on transgender status and makes it illegal to retaliate against employees who report harassment. An EEOC attorney stated about the case that employers must protect all employees, including transgender employees, from sex-based harassment at work, and that when employees complain of harassment, whether directed at them or witnessed by them, employers cannot fire those employees because of their complaints. At the time, things were looking up. Asher had the law on his side and the EEOC was stepping in to help. But in February 2025, something changed. The EEOC announced that it was dropping the case. Why? Because under a new directive from President Trump's administration, the agency now says that continuing to enforce these protections would violate an executive order that directs federal agencies to stop promoting what it calls, quote, gender ideology. The infamous executive order, titled Defending Women from Gender Ideology, Extremism, and Restoring Biological Truth to the Federal Government, declares that the federal government will only recognize two sexes, male and female, and rejects gender identity as a basis for legal protection. Because of this shift in federal policy, the EEOC has started pulling back from cases involving transgender employees. In fact, according to the ACLU, Asher's case isn't an isolated incident. Several other similar discrimination cases have also been dropped. The ACLU is now stepping in to assist Asher's coworkers as Asher is being represented by his own legal counsel. So what does this mean for you? It's a reminder that even though federal agencies may shift priorities depending on the administration, your rights at work still exist. Even when federal enforcement pulls back, you can still bring legal claims under Title VII. Many state and local laws also provide additional protections that remain unaffected by this executive order. If you're facing discrimination, harassment, or retaliation at work, whether based on your gender, race, disability, age, religion, or any other protected class, you still have rights. And remember, even though the EEOC may have taken a hostile turn under this administration, you should still file your charge there if the law requires it for your case, because you want to protect your rights. You need that right to sue before you can take your case to court. So get yourself an attorney, go to the EEOC or your local state agency, and even though they may not help, that's what you need to do for the next step in your case. Talk to an employment attorney. You don't have to figure this out on your own. If you'd like to speak with someone on our team, you can visit us at spigglelaw.com to book a consultation. And if our firm isn't right for you, I've also made a video on how to find the right employment lawyer for you. You can check that out for more helpful tips. Thanks for watching, and remember, you still have rights. Stay informed, and good luck out there.